What is going on, guys? I'm back for a video, and today we're doing something pretty cool. Today we're actually doing a top 20, or I guess the 20 things to do in Horizon 3. It's a video I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I'm really excited to do it. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one is going to be the party games. So these are actually really fun. I think it's something that a lot of people don't really do or don't even know about that are in the game. But there's a party playlist now where all you do, it's just like the normal things where you just drive to the races online, but it's actually just party modes, and it's really fun. So it's really fun to play the new flag rush mode. I think I got some gameplay of that right now. It's really good. If I have a tip for that, it's to not try and steal the flag from other people, but try and be the first one to pick up the flag in the first place. It's a lot easier to juke someone than to try and see the juke coming or whatever. But anyway, number one is the flag rush. Number two is going to be the Forzathon events. The Forzathon events are, I think, are really underrated. If you're early starting in the game, they're really useful because they can get you a really good amount of fast, easy XP, fast, easy money, possibly a free car. There's always one that gives you 3 wheel spins, and those can be really big and rewarding, especially if you have VIP, which doubles the amount of credits you get from it. So anyway, Forzathon, really fun to do, really cool, really awesome that they put this in the game. Number three is actually something a little bit different, something that you wouldn't think is very fun, but is actually really fun. So as you see, I'm kind of going over where one of the rivers are, and it's actually following the rivers. This is something that when I didn't know the map, and just right when the game came out, was something that was really fun to do, and something that I really enjoyed. I just hop in a random car, as you see I'm in this pretty cool buggy right now, and I just went up or down the rivers and just followed them and see where they went and stuff. I think there's 3 or 4 major, like really big long rivers. They're really cool, and they also help you out for our next point, which is number 4, which is rock crawling. So rock crawling is something that's not really it's not really a huge thing in the game, but it is something that you can do, and it's something that's pretty fun to do. If you get in a car like this, there's a couple cars that work really good for it. There's a couple cars that don't. I'm not really going to go super in depth into it, but this buggy does really good because it's got open wheels, so the body doesn't hit the rock when you start driving up. It's obviously not real rock crawling or whatever, but it does do a pretty good job, and it still is a pretty fun thing to do. And number 5 is actually wildlife spotting. So this is something that's it's not really super random or whatever, because obviously there's fixed spots where these certain animals are going to spawn. Right now I'm just showing off this spot that I found in the demo where there's some parrots that spawn here. It's just something that's pretty cool, you know, just to intertwine that with the following the rivers one, and like you can actually find some animals. Like that's how I found these parrots. I was going up the river and I came up to this waterfall and found them. There's also crocodiles. I'm not sure what other animals there are. I think there's coyotes maybe. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun thing to do. If you don't know the map or whatever, even if you know the map, it's still kind of fun to search around and try and guess where certain animals would be on the map and things like that. But anyway, number 5, wildlife spotting. Coming in at number 6, we have hill climbing. This is something that's super fun to do. Again, if you're a huge off-road person, this and the rock crawling is really fun to do. So I'm showing off right here is a pretty good hill climb spot. This is one of my favorites. It's really bumpy. It's a really tricky hill climb. There's a straight spot you can take in the middle of it, and then there's a couple really hard, a lot harder spots on the left and right. And then there's also another one that I will show on the map. It's like this big. It doesn't look like it on the map, but it's actually this big hill, and you can just drive all around it. And there's like 4 or 5 different spots that are really good for rock crawling. A bunch of them are really difficult. There's one that's really good if you start at the bottom and you just floor it. Most cars can't even make it up it, so it's really a challenge and really fun to try and build different vehicles to see if they can actually do it. So anyway, number 6 on the list, hill climbs. Coming in at number 7 on our list is massive jumps. Now this is one that I'm showing on the map right now. It's right by the airport. You actually take off through the dry reservoir and you launch off this huge dune, and with the right car you can completely clear the airport runway. I think right here I actually glitched out and landed in this pole, and my car was freaking out and stuff. It was hilarious. But anyway, number 7, huge jumps. Coming in at number 8, we have something that's pretty straightforward. It's just to try and 3-star all of the PR stunts. There's an insane amount of them in the game. I don't know how many, but there's a lot, and they're actually really fun and challenging to do. Some of them are a lot harder than others, but they're just really fun to do. It's a really fun thing to do. It's a good challenge. And then coming in at number 9, we actually have a bit of a harder one, but it's kind of the same aspect. It is to complete every single race in the game. Um, I did it, and it took me a long time. I think it took me like a month within the game coming out, or 3 weeks, something like that, to do it. But do every single exhibition, every single championship, all the showcases. It is a bit of a grind. You don't really get anything super special. Like, you don't get a Horizon Edition car for doing it like you do in the Blizzard Mountain DLC. But it's just something fun to do, and it's a cool challenge. At number 10, we have the monthly rivals. Now, these are really underrated. I definitely think that there should be a better reward for them. Like, there should be like double the credit rewards as if it were a normal rival. But they're a really cool challenge kind of thing to do. It's cool that they put it in here because it could be like random stuff. Like, I've seen ones where it's like you only have to do it in this McLaren, and it can only have less than a certain amount of horsepower, but everything else doesn't matter, so you can max it out, but just have to, like, all the handling parts, but you just have to have it underneath the required horsepower and take it on the track, and things like that, because it really makes it so that you have to do custom builds for the cars like that, because there's not going to be a tune to download for just something random like that. But it's really cool, something that's really underrated, and yeah. Coming in at number 11, we have something that's pretty cool, pretty fun to do. It's rallying. There's a lot of really good rally tracks in the game. It's really, really fun to build certain rally cars to take them on the course. But right now, I was just driving the number 199 rally car. It's Travis Pastrana's car that you actually get for the Blizzard Mountain DLC. I believe there's a Forzathon challenge a couple weeks back where you've got David Higgins' car. It's number 75 rally car. So it's just a really fun thing to do. Just hop on some of these rally courses. This is one that's really, really fast-paced. It's in the Outback. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's really, really cool. It's got a really huge jump right here. Woo! It's so sick. It's really fast-paced and really fun track to do. But anyway, number 11, rally tracks. Coming in at number 12, we have something that's super cool, something I've made a video on. It is building your dream car. Now, if you guys don't know, this is my dream car, the 2004 Subaru WRX STI. It's a really cool thing to do because obviously if you have a car game with such a mass amount of cars and you don't build your dream car, you're doing something wrong. It's just a super fun thing to do. It's super cool to just see how it is. And then obviously, as you can see on screen right now, this is number 13 on the list. It is highway poles. It's really, really fun to get to upgrade a car so where it's quick but not like insanely fast, like 1,000 horsepower or whatever like that. If you just upgrade it like a little bit, put a couple upgrades on it so you can beat some of the other cars, it's really fun to just go next to cars on the highway, and if you wait a second, you can hear, and they'll, if you just drive next to them, they'll start flooring it, and then you just floor it with them, and it's really, really fun to do some pulls. I beat a Honda Civic, and then I beat the 2011 STI, and then I just got smashed by this Mercedes. But it's really, really fun. It's a lot more fun when you're having a really close race or losing than it is to just dominate in a 1,000 horsepower car. But anyway, number 13, highway poles. Number 14 on our list is something that takes a lot of luck, a lot of money, or just a lot of time, I guess, to level up. It's trying to collect all of the Horizon Edition cars. It's something that when they first were like released or whatever, the first couple weeks, it's something that I did. And then they released the second bunch of them, and I did it again. And then after that, I don't really care. It's just I realize that it's just a waste of money after that if I already have a certain car for each skill boost or whatever. But it's something that some people could find pretty cool. It's like It's just like a collector's cars, I guess. It gives you another aspect to the game to try and collect special cars. Yeah. Coming in at number 15, we have building your real life car. This isn't actually my real life car. This is pretty much as close as I could get to it. I own a 2001 Hyundai Elantra GT. It's like a 4-door hatchback car. That's front wheel drive. It's a pretty fun car. But it's something that's cool to do. It doesn't seem like it'd be that cool. I did it in GTA because I could build a lot more replica car to mine. And it's honestly so much fun to just drive around and just look at the car, and just because it reminds you so much of your car and do things that you wouldn't do in real life and stuff like that. Doesn't seem like it'd be that fun, but it's honestly a blast. It's super fun to drive. Even if the car is not fast, it's still fun to just drive around. Coming in at number 16, we have something that's a little abused. It happens a little bit way too much, but it is fun every now and then to do. And if you haven't done it, it's fun to do it for the first time. It's to go to the highway or go to the airport runway online and do drag races. There's always people there doing them, and they're really, really fun to do. And then something that's also really fun is to try and find people that are doing tandems. There's normally people around this drift mountain right here, maybe around this little drift circuit, but there's definitely going to be at least 1 or 2 people in the drift parking lot. And if they're not there, just hang around there for a bit, and people will come. I've had times where I'll be in the lobby drifting by myself for 20 minutes, but then all of a sudden 5 people show up out of nowhere. And it's just a really fun thing to do. It's cool to just meet new players. You don't even have to talk to them and just drive with them. It's really cool. It's really interesting to see the different cars that people bring and the different driving styles and stuff. And number 17 is my personal favorite out of everything on the list. It is to try and master a track. Now, if you're new to my channel, you don't know my Rallycross series. I take it on this Mountain View Scramble. I take cars on this Mountain View Scramble circuit. I build them up to the top of S1 class, and I take them to the rivals mode. And I don't really compete against the rivals like other people. I just compete against the cars within my list and try and get faster in times. And one of the times that I've actually set, I didn't actually do it in my series. I drove a little bit off camera to see if I could get a world record time, and I actually finished really high, really good placing in the world. I think I'm 44th, I believe that says. I believe I was higher, but more people doing the race and stuff, it bumps me down. But anyway, mastering a track is really fun to do, and as you can see, I'm just scrolling through. I have so many all-wheel drive S1 cars from me doing them on this track. Number 18 is taking sweet pictures. I'll show you in a second what my setup is for the filter, I guess. But the filter that I have, I can't take credit for it. I got it off a YouTube video. I wish I remembered what one it was, but I've had it for months. I don't remember, but it just makes things look extremely realistic. It's absolutely insane. It looks the best at nighttime in the city with all the lights and in the rain with the water on your car. If you want to take pictures like this, the best way to do it, to set the weather to this, is to just go to a Blueprint Horizon event and then just set the waypoint somewhere, and you have a half an hour to pretty much, as long as you don't go to the waypoint, and you can pick the time of day and things. So yeah, it's just a really cool thing to do. It's really fun. I've taken a whole bunch of super dope pictures, and I believe I show my thing right there, so pause the video if you want to see that. And I'm pretty sure I mess it up and accidentally scroll, so I have to go back and change that, so I'm glad I was recording. But anyway, number 18, taking cool pictures. Coming in at 19 is something that's really fun to do. It does take a little bit of money unless you have the skill perk to get free checkouts from the garages, because some of these car builds can take a lot. But it's just to build cars that you know. So right now I'm driving TJ Hunt. He's a YouTuber. He has a supercharged BRZ. This is his car before he wrapped it. I think it's blue or purple now. But it's just to build people like this, maybe build like Tanner Fox's GTRs. It's like stuff like that, like super cool cars that you're like really a fan of. They're not your dream cars. It's just cool to build cars like this and just see them and drive them around and be like, hey, I remember that I can see this car from certain angles that I can't see in videos and stuff, as I nail this perfect, or near perfect, almost reverse entry. I think it was a reverse entry. No, but it wasn't even trying, not even a drift build. Woo! And lastly, number 20 on our list is to just play the game. You'll find a whole bunch of things that are fun for you to do that fit your personality, your play style, that you'll love. And it's just like, because there's so many different things you can do with like an open world kind of game like this. It's not a sandbox game, so you don't have as much freedom. But there is a lot of things you can do, and these are just a couple things that I threw down on a list within like 10 minutes. I just threw some stuff down that just popped into my mind while I was playing. I want to thank people for, if you're staying this far in the video, you're still watching. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, please leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Do whatever you feel like doing. Hope to see you guys in the next video. And as always, guys, I'm out.